Okay, look, good afternoon everyone. Thanks for coming up today. I'm here, I've made myself available to answer some questions around the new streetcar deployment because I know that you have some questions for me on that. So what I thought I might do is just cover some of the key dates first of all, just to set the context. So you'll be aware already that the order for the new streetcars, 204 state-of-the-art, low-floor, accessible streetcars was placed in 2009 following a decision by City Council that gave us authority to buy those vehicles. So we proceeded with that order and started down the road of designing those vehicles to make them fit for purpose for Toronto's unique characteristics at that time. Shortly after that, so in 2010, we completed the St. Clair right-of-way, and then in 2010 and a bit of 2011, we completed the Roncesvalles Avenue works. But again, same as St. Clair, they were built for the existing streetcars because two reasons. One, those were the streetcars that we were operating at that time. And secondly, and this is a crucial point, at that point, although the new streetcars had been ordered and the design was beginning to be finalised or put together, we did not know at that point the specific engineering design of the ramp, which is critical to make these vehicles accessible. So this is not a problem that's taken us by surprise. This is an issue that we've always known about. We have got money set aside in our capital budget to make the changes then that are necessary to alter the islands on not only the St. Clair and Roncesvalles, but also other locations on our network. So we're now undertaking a survey of where we need to make changes. On St. Clair, the islands are long enough. But the changes that we'll need to make are to the height of the platform, because clearly you can't have a platform that's either too high or too low, or the ramp won't be able to be deployed. Final point I will make is that it's not unusual to have to make changes to infrastructure when you introduce new vehicles. A classic example of that will be we are intending to roll out articulated buses onto the streets of Toronto from the end of this year, which is good news because that's more capacity. So that does mean though we have to make some changes in our garages to accommodate them. That's the way things go. If you want new state-of-the-art vehicles, you sometimes have to change the infrastructure. There's $58 million has been set aside for these modifications to the islands, and that was work that we knew we had to do, and to the curb cuts, that was work we knew that we had to do, and that has been set aside in our capital budget, which is agreed with the City Council.
And will you be spending all of that, or have you already?
Well, the actual amount that we'll spend, we certainly haven't spent it already. That's our estimate. That's the best estimate that we have. I certainly wouldn't want to exceed that. That's something, though, that will become apparent as we progressively undertake the survey to see exactly what needs to be done.